morning to everyone out there. Morning to all. Sorry.
Good morning, San Diego.
San Diego. Whoa. San Antonio. Sorry. San Antonio. Have your medication.
Same difference.
Have your medication.
Okay, same difference. This is our new morning show.
Yeah.
Our new morning show. We're gonna talk politics.
No, it's slap.
No politics.
No politics.
Okay.
We're talking music and audio gear.
I want rage bait. Oh wait, no, audio gear.
Yeah, there you go, audio gear. Yeah, there you go. Switch.
Bait.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So today we're reviewing the Byggy OG and the coming out soon, shortly, the, what do you want to call it? Byggy?
Byggy, or was it the Yggdrasil singular?
Ygggy singular.
Yeah.
Singularity.
Yeah, I don't know, singular.
Singularity.
Let's just call it Byggy.
Byggy. We'll call it Byggy. Everyone calls it Byggy. Okay, so basically.
Wait. Why are we comparing the OG?
Because you wanted to.
Oh yeah. I guess a lot of people like. I
guess a lot of people like the OG.
You know, I mean, people like different things, right? There are people who like the, more is better.
Yeah, more is better.
Stuff.
Less is more.
You know, there are other great decks too, right? Mm-hmm. Like I think there's there's a hollow whatever May, right? And then Rock on Wave Dream. You've all heard those names. Chord Dave.
Yeah.
But there was a request for the OG.
Yeah,
right?
so that's why we did it.
Okay.
So basically, what our findings, or what I noticed was, for the Byggy OG, when you play songs with a lot of bass, the bass was a little muddier or like a little softer. So, in my opinion, I kind of made a joke. The Byggy OG is a good thing if you have like a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, and you play, Barry White, some candles, some massage oil, stuff like that. That's good for that. What did you?
I actually felt that's true. Now, going back a bit, we did a Gooner 2 review where we felt it handily beat the Iggy, and I want to put things in context with the Iggy OG, right? And this time around, I felt the Iggy OG was much better, right? I think the whole kind of muddier lows, that's kind of a little bit of how that sounds like. Mm-hmm. But we used a different speaker system. In our first evaluation, we used these tiny JBLs, and I think what happened was because the Iggy has a tendency to be, a little bit more syrupy, syrupy, a little bit more romantic, right?
Exactly.
Organic in the lows. It really didn't, the little small speakers
didn't really do it
had a hard time, making good quality bass.
Sound,
right now, I've got these big speakers on a subwoofer. That makes a difference. So, Iggy OG sounded much better than it did in the prior comparison.
Yeah.
So I know people are saying, hey, I have an OG. It's nothing personal. It's just what system you have, preferences and things.
The sound setup and everything. Yep.
You mentioned like Barry White, right? I put on some just some vocals, right?
Yeah.
There's one from Chris Cornell, right? And he was doing and also there was Redemption Song or whatever, right? And some others where it's sparse, right? And it's vocal and I kind of, yes, Byggy was technically better, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But the argument with the Iggy OG is it's got this technology where it uses the multi-bit, right? Multi-bit, resistor ladders, resistor strings, that kind of technology has a different kind of sound.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got more body.
Yeah.
Right? It's got a little bit more warmth. It's a different tone, different timbre.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Byggy, I found it had a lot deeper bass. When the music was playing through, it was more spacious sound. It felt like literally you were in a live concert.
It's big.
Yeah, so hence Byggy. Right. It's bigger.
Well, I don't know if that's why they called it Byggy, but it just, when you play music, everything's big, right? Like volume, dynamics, just this huge, gigantic stage, right? That's even a little bit beyond the wall, right? And then it kind of wraps around, but it doesn't wrap around like this, where it's weird. And this sense of space that just goes on really deep, right?
Yeah, and then I noticed also that it's more detail oriented. So you could because on the Byggy OG, no offense to anyone who has that out there in the market, with the Byggy OG, the instruments were more in the background, and the voice kind of was and more forthcoming.
And everything's kind of close, right?
Yeah. The Byggy, everything was more equal oriented. The voice, the different variations of instruments. Instruments. I know, sorry. I got a new cat, guys. We're acclimating them together. If you hear that, they're just familiarizing them. Sorry. Yeah, but the voices and everything in the Byggy sound more evenly toned. You know, it's you hear pretty much everything. Nothing's in the foreground, nothing's in the background. It's all even.
Well, it's also more precise too with the
True.
Byggy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was kind of. I think what you're saying is that the instruments and things on the stage were more spread out, right? Whereas the Iggy kind of felt like, I don't want to say nebulous because it's definitely not a nebulous sounding, you know, location and stuff, but it's just it wasn't as precise.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just, again, it's just kind of like vocalist here, other things there. There was that Temple of Dog, right? Say Hello to Heaven, right? And, and Chris Cornell's up there, you know, and everything was kind of I was less distinct.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas with the Byggy, you could hear like, you know, the guitars here, the guitars there.
Yeah, and then the drums.
Oh yeah, the hi-hats, right?
Yeah, there you go.
The metal percussion, right? With Byggy, you could hear all the distinct, you know, little shimmering, right? Whereas, you know, Iggy kind of blended it together. And
yeah, especially in that one song when he was singing and it was kind of louder, you know, everything kind of.
That part. Yeah, there's the when they get to the chorus or bridge or whatever, right? And right before the guitar solo, it's like, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And the Iggy kind of felt congested.
Yeah, there's too much going on, and with artwork, if you have way too much going on, it is a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're in a Subaru and you're trying to pass someone and you turn on the AC and you're and then, like, you know, everything just kind of falls apart.
Fuck you, Mark. You know what? I like my Subaru crash ship. Okay, she's not built for speed.
I can't handle it. You know,
shut up.
Traffic trying to weave through.
It was a Tesla. Okay,
no
it
more.
was a Tesla. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can beat a Tesla.
Okay. So yeah.
So that was anything else you want to mention about the Iggy versus the Byggy?
Well, I mean, I think what it is okay. I mean, Byggy is definitely no doubt a better DAC. It's better technically. I think, you know, the emotional connection is there because you're saying it's detailed.
Yeah,
right? But it's not detailed in your face. It's not like someone's etching, like, you know, Photoshop filter and everything's like, like that.
Yeah, no. It's smooth. It's a lot more smooth. It's a lot more smooth. It's not so smack in your face. It's a lot even. It's a lot more even, in my opinion. I like detail. Detail is better for me because I get to hear the wide variations and different variations of different things in the background. Music's kind of like art. You know, you have the foreground, middle ground, background. You have this color instead of just using a tan Crayola or a tan colored pencil for the skin tone. You got to use the reds, the greens, the, you know, blues.
One thing I noticed is, you know, when I put on a new piece of music, you instantly recognize.
Yeah.
I mean, to that extent, you know, you're talking about, you know, the colors and the variations and the whole kind of, you know, what creates sound. And you got to the point where, you know, just press something, right? I remember, you know, I started like Eazy-E, right? Just this old school rap, and you just need to wait, that's Byggy. Or I play something else, that's Iggy OG. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how much of a difference there was, that you could just tell. I mean, and you weren't even listening to them very long.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
not
you
this
just
time.
go through a couple songs and stuff, right? I mean, this is your second time through it, but you were very easily able to identify which was which. So.
Yeah, just because I was in the Navy doesn't mean I'm deaf yet. Still got my hearing.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm thinking if Iggy's really nice, right? And you know, I'm getting the Iggy. I kind of do wish it incorporated the best elements from the Iggy OG. Yeah. With you know, the loud. I don't want to say loud. It's just it can go from really soft to really loud. It's just really explosive, right? The Byggy and all this extra little detail and all the little volume, you know, gradations, everything, right? Yeah. It's just I wish it had all that and the big huge stage, right? That's the only thing. That's because I wanted to make that clear because I know a lot of people like Iggy because of its sound, because of its tone. Yeah. Right? And you're not going to quite get that with Byggy, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's still good, especially if you're, you know, it just depends on your preference pretty much. If you don't like stuff that's deeper in bass or whatnot, then yeah, stick with the OG. We're not downplaying the Iggy OG at all. We're just making we're just mentioning the differences that we heard when we compared the two. So if you really like, you know, the softer tonalities and stuff like that, then yeah, stick with the OG or get an OG.
Oh, you did, yeah. Your preference was never for the, you know, the more organic, romantic type of sound.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm more of a, I just don't like the smooth. My life isn't smooth, so why would I want smooth? I mean, so I pretty
the warm
much,
fuzzy.
yeah, I don't like,
Okay.
I'm not a warm and fuzzy kind of individual. I'm more of a detail-oriented interface, deeper bass feeling to. I mean,
And the clarity too.
yeah, the clarity, yeah, that too. I mean, heck, I grew up with Top Feeler, and I like the vibrations and the details and the bass and stuff like that. I like feeling alive, so to speak.
Oh, including when Ordnance randomly blew up on the ship.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You definitely felt that
Right,
vibration.
okay.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So oh, I get it. So that's why you like Byggy, right? If you're to record explosions on the ship, you know, that'd probably do it more realistically, right? Whereas
With your sound system, it would probably
Yeah,
feel like it was right there again.
because Iggy would kind of translate that or put it
Yeah.
in some kind of, you know, rose tinted glasses to make it a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is one last point before we go is